Hi, I don't know about you, but this time of year I like to organize my stuff. I'm going to talk with you today about how I organize and store all my travel stuff. And I have a lot of travel stuff. I have a lot of travel stuff. I've been watching YouTube vlogs for years on travel, and they always have a must-have, and I think I have them all, and this is how I store them. I'm Darlene with Plan, Pack, and Relax, and I make videos weekly on travel planning, travel prep, and basically how to get ready to have a great time. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing that I want to share is to possibly use, open your mind, a Christmas ornament storage box to store your small travel items. So bear with me. So here's what I did. I did a search all over for how to store hobby stuff, little boxes and things like that. I looked up tools. I looked up underbed storage. I looked up vitamin storage. And as soon as I put in Christmas storage, suddenly the price point went way down. So I bought this very handy Christmas ornament storage box to store a lot of my little things. It has 2 levels and 4 different compartments that lift out. You can pack little samples of skincare, lanyards, travel size tissues, travel size containers, and the little silicone tops that seal the liquids in. Those can go in there, razors, if you see them on a deal, fold up travel toothbrushes that are cheap in bulk, hand sanitizers, anything like that, travel adapters, nail files, nail cutters, remover, anything like that, travel mirrors, travel soaps, earplugs, individual makeup remover wipes, travel sunscreen, travel deodorant, RSID covers for your credit cards, and other anti-theft things can go in here. Really just anything. I bought these little containers from the dollar store that snap shut, and those are very handy if you've got a lot of something to keep them all together. Here is about how big it is. It's not very big, not very heavy. Great to just slip under the bed. A little tip. So the dividers, they float inside the box, so they don't really attach to the bottom. So little things might slip under the dividers and get a little bit stuck. So a way around that is to either use a plastic baggie for small items, or I actually broke out the old COVID face masks and kind of made a little basket inside when I had small items, and it worked great. My next tip is to flat pack backpacks, totes, any kind of bag. Flat pack them and stack them. You can get them pretty condensed. I like to keep mine on a shelf so that I can use them for other things, and they're easy to see, and then I can get to them easy. You could also, if you don't need to get to them or want to get to them very quickly, you can also store them inside one of the totes themselves. My next tip is to use compartmentalized storage, like a storage box with dividers in it for items that are kind of medium size. So I have a bunch of travel pouches, makeup bags, wet bags. Anyhow, I just have a lot of bags. And this is great. I can store them in there. I can access them. I can see them. My next tip is to store your packing cubes by size. So you might have 3 or 4 different brands of packing cubes. If you're like me and your family loves you and loves to give you packing cubes, you may have a number of them, which is great because different sizes for different trips and different things. So what I do is I keep the medium size, for instance, together, and I put all the medium size cubes in one medium size cube. Same with all of the other sizes. The odd size ones, I do the same thing. I put those together, and then I put them all in the biggest storage cube I have. But I keep those in there, and then they're always available and easy for me to find what I need. My next organizational hack is to keep things together based on their purpose. So for instance, I've got all my warm weather vacation stuff together. So my snorkels, my aloe, my Turkish towels, all of that lives together in one beach tote. And then my cruise items are all in a larger item, a kind of a small suitcase where they live. And that's where my travel fan, all my travel magnets, my fairy lights, the stuff that's specific to cruising is all there. And the great thing about packing something based on use is that when you take that vacation, you're a lot more likely to remember all of those little things that you might forget otherwise. By the way, if you're trying to pack efficiently, I have a video that I'll link to in the description about how to pack in a carry-on for a 2-week cruise. Regarding larger, full pieces of luggage, it all depends on the space that you have. If you can keep them indoors, under a bed, in a closet, sometimes I like to put them maybe between the desk and the wall. Sometimes you can bundle them together, one inside another. But the only thing I would want to warn you on is if you do need to store your luggage, which many of us do, in a garage or an attic, it can kind of beat up your luggage a little bit, so you might want to store your most expensive stuff in the house. You'll find a place, I know you will. The goal is to pack all of your travel items so you can get to them fast when you're ready for your next trip. And you don't want your travel stuff to become clutter. By the way, if you would like to give something away, ask a fellow traveler. I know sometimes we keep things we don't need, like I don't really use earplugs. I just have a couple, but I keep getting them, so I offer them to friends. If you've got stuff like that, let your friends know. I'm sure they'll be happy to take some off your hands. If you found this helpful, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up or subscribing. You can check out all my packing videos in my packing video playlist, which should be right here. Thanks. Safe travels. Bye.